Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Down. 180.
Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Come off the ball. Hard. He gets.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
There we go. There we go.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry, hurry! Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Tighten down. There you go.
Shit.
Watch twitch. Watch. Regular.
51.
Hurry.
51.
Watch out.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Browns first down. Pistol. Watch out.
Mayfield off the play fake. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. A gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Lindsey, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
180.
Let's get some penetration here.
Watch out. Real.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
58 to Mike.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
58.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam.
Hey, Delta. Hurry, hurry. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58 is the Mike.
He runs.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
That's the way.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
180.
Mike 58.
Real.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 5 yards.
Check.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's coming. Double up.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The Sanders has got it complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Shotgun now for Carr.
53, Mike 53. Too little,
got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Carr going to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Target.
Now Carr again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Under 10. Check.
Real.
Check. Fresno.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on, oh. Check 30. King. I got you.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Come on,
We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
You ain't doing it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
A give running right is Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Mike 58, right there.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14. Browns 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw his car. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. That's good for 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Number 53, Mike 53.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They're running it. He's coming, he's coming.
On 1st down, Sanders. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Check 52.
Switch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Browns take over
Oh,
1st and 10
baby, let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You got three down.
Hurry!
Play fake. Mayfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Showing it. 36. Hatchet.
This time they stay on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run. Chubb. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
218, chop it. Out. Point it right. Buzz. Kings.
Flare.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's Hill, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Guys, it's game situation.
Hurry.
Rush in.
From the gun, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 3rd and 5.
Down. 188. 25's the mic. All day. All day. Hey, Raider 2. Hey, 25's the mic. Go. Go. The mic. Not today, you are. Not today.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Watch the twist. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Miles Sanders, the ball
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Carr to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Sanders. He spins free. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st down, Cleveland.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
following the penalty. Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, hurry!
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Raiders.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Regular.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey,
What's that?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Hey, alert 33.
It's a gain of 10.
Hey, alert.
First down, Browns.
Kings.
Hey, check 24. Check
Bravo.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
First down, Mayfield. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Dead. 180.
50.
Pistol.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check 26. Hey, alert 366.
Bullet hot.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Let's go.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Go. Watch out.
Alert. What's that?
On the counter, Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Real. What's that?
Another run by Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Check 50. Recon, 132 fighter. Real.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one caught by Ridley. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the weight room. Get 6-18. Smooth. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Back to throw, Carr. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Raider 1. Check. 53.
To throw is Carr.
Here we go.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch the slant.
Hey, 20.
Carr to throw.
It's going to be a long day.
And able to find Dorsett. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Raiders, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.